Hello, everyone. This is Mystic Storm Olakemi, the Fit Oracle, here to clear the path to a new life with you. I hope you're doing well. We're going to dive into some messages. We'll see what's being revealed about a connection that you're in. Now, it doesn't have to be romantic per se, but if it's romance, I would definitely say that if I'm picking up, it can be a work situation, it can be familial, friendship, maybe a connection or a relationship with something else that might come up. So just be open. I'm reminding myself to be open to just allow spirit to flow and move and let us know what we need to know. Okay, this is an all signs reading. I was like, y'all, I'm over here fluffing with my hair. I was like, I might need to just put it in the middle. I don't know. I was like, it is the Libra full moon. The Libra full moon was yesterday, and I was like, I did my beauty ritual of doing a perm rod set. So I took it down this morning, so I'm just letting the curls fall. So I was like, yeah, had to come on here. I'm going to, I have the list first. I think I'm going to start with, air signs first, because it's the Libra full moon. Shout out to all my Libras. All right, then we're going to do fire signs, earth signs, and then water signs. That's my plan. All right. And then I was supposed to get, I forgot my candle. So we got a different view. Well, a throwback view. I just haven't used this view in a minute. So yeah. Well, let me get a candle. Get a candle. This is what he likes to put right here. And then I'm going to use my Libra oil. So anoint the candle. Libra energy has to do with, yes, balance, relationships, contracts. Let's see. I feel like it's something else. Well, I know it's something else, but it's more to it that I would like to say. As I'm getting this set up. Hold on, I'm pulling up the information. Yeah, relationships, marriage, contracts, business partners, equality, sharing, and interpersonal style. Those are some key words when it has to do with Libra's energy. So again, it's saying what is being revealed about this connection. If it's romantic, I'll definitely say it's romantic. If it's something else, I will say that too. So I'm gonna light this candle. Let me go and get it flowing. I was like, so I did tell y'all I use the Libra oil that I make. I have like different zodiac oils. If you're interested in those, you can check out my website, msbotanica.com. It should be in the description box. And I think the description box has timestamps already listed on it because I just copied and pasted. Ignore that. Ignore it until the end of the live. I just thought about it. So we'll get to it. I want to, since I'm here, I want to look at the view too. I'm going to set this up. Y'all coming in, say hi in the chat. Uh-oh. What happened to the music? What did I do? What did I do? Hold on. Okay, cut that off. There we go. That way I'm able to see the chat since it's right here. And then, let's see, where did the music go? It's thinking about it. It is thinking about it. Oh, y'all, I wanted to share. I wanted to come on here yesterday, but I was doing personal readings for some clients, so I wasn't able to. But I was getting my love decks and stuff, and for the life of me, I cannot find the Romance Angels deck. Now, I know y'all see some decks here. I got decks everywhere. I have over 50 tarot and oracle decks. But I keep up with what decks are where. And I usually have my Romance Angels. I carry my love decks with me when I go out to events and, private events and things like that. So I'm just like, where did that deck go? And then I was like, should I rebuy the deck? And a part of me is feeling, no, I don't need to get the deck again. I might just need to either update, like look at some other like love decks, or create my own, or like get some channel messages. So maybe it'll be a combination. We'll see. But the Romance Angels, if y'all are familiar with readings, and that's a staple deck that people use. So it was just interesting that it's just gone. I was like, RIP, I take it as we elevated from it. But okay, y'all. But I do have some love decks that I'll probably pull from today. But yeah, we're gonna get into it. I guess the music said it doesn't want to be on right now, so we just here. We just here. As y'all coming in, make sure y'all make sure y'all say hey. I'm really upset. I'm trying to get this back going because I do like the music. I really do. But if not, because I need to get this flowing. I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna start off with air signs. So that is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. We're going to see what is being revealed about this connection. We're going to do a you, them, and the relationship spread. Okay. So we got air signs first, then we got fire signs, followed by earth signs and water signs. Okay. So first up is going to be air signs. So that's Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Writing down the timestamps. All right, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This is your reading. We're going to get into what is being revealed about this connection. I was like, that's one thing about me. Shuffling. I gotta be mindful. Spirit ancestors, guys, please give me the first messages for the air signs highest good. What do they need to know about their connection? What needs to be revealed? Okay. This is your energy. This is I would say the other party's energy, we'll say that first, and then you all's energy together. Interesting. Okay. Okay. So, air signs, you're coming up as the high priestess. I'm like, I expect nothing less. Nothing less. You are very intuitive. You're very wise. Um, you're very quick on your feet. And I feel like you've been very analytical when it comes to this connection. Maybe so much so you've been like in your head a lot, or like just in your head a lot. You could, if you are a reader, if you are a diviner, you could be really consulting your spirits, your guides, to see, like, what's tea, pulling cards, multiple cards, trying to figure out what's going on, or watching a whole bunch of tarot readings, or going to a reader, multiple readers. It can be a slippery slope. I'm picking up some of that for some of y'all. But yeah, this is about trusting your intuition when it comes to the connection, which can be scary, because you might be working on, like, what is your intuition? Can you separate your fear or your past from your intuition? Right? That might be some things that you're working on. Okay. Now, the person, I would say person, or parties. We got the Wheel of Fortune. I It's like, when it's saying trust your intuition, trust that you wouldn't let someone in your energy that doesn't belong there. That's the thing. That's the thing you need to trust about yourself, air signs, that this connection that you're in, or again, it can be romantic, and you could be dating, it can be anything, whatever situation you're in right now. It is fated with the Wheel of Fortune. Um, you all were brought together for a reason, and they are here to be a positive force in your life. Okay. Now, together, you all are coming up as the Nine of Wands. And I actually really like this. I really like to see the Nine of Wands as a together thing, even though um, the Nine of Wands can be like, you're almost over that hump, and you have to push through. But what I'm picking up mostly from this is perseverance. Life ain't easy. There's always going to be hiccups, maybe little fires that you have to put out, um, disagreements here and there. However, you all are willing to work through it, work through the conflict, and get and move forward. There is a lot of passion here. And passion, when we think of passion, you can think of, like, yes, romance, and, the lovey dovey, but passion here can also be heated, like anger. So, you know how they say, like, if someone isn't fighting for the relationship, I mean, they don't care. Like, they're just pretty much done with it. Um, if you all are still working together, I don't want to say fighting, but working together to see this through, then it is something that's worth continuing. Um, Also, with the Wheel of Fortune as your person, I'll just say your person, this, they're coming up as high value. Okay, and they're coming up as high value. If you're coming up as the high priestess, you may be the feminine energy, right? You can reverse it how you will, right? But if this is the masculine energy, I would take this as like a provider. All right, this is the provider type. And when we say high value, it's not about how much money they have in their account. Are they it's more than just money. It's emotional stability. It's you know how people say like, what's your love language? I want to say all of them. and I'm a fellow air sign, so y'all may feel the same way too. All of them: quality time, physical touch, words of affirmation, gifts, acts of service, all of them. Being considered. And it seems like this connection is that you all consider each other, which is beautiful. It really is beautiful. Again, life ain't easy. Relationships take work. You're coming with your own um, baggage. They're coming with their own baggage. And to this, but if you all are willing and able, y'all can see it through. That's what I'm picking up on. I love that for y'all. I really do. All right. We're going to get into, I'm going to pull from the Lover's Oracle. And so each zodiac sign will get a Lover's Oracle message. So I want to start with Libra. Let's see. Message for Libra. Oh, Lord. All right, don't hop up on the candle. We don't want that happening on live. Trying to be cute here. Okay, I'll keep it there since it's right there. Okay, we got Sacred Union. Sacred Union. It says, honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. All right. It's aligning with what we're saying here. So maybe you've had you've been second guessing or doubting the connection because it's gotten hard. All right. This is so Libra. So I guess it would be Aquarius. We got soulmate. Soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. Remember, I said that this is like fated. So you all, if you haven't met this person yet, it's just a matter of time, divine timing, alignment. You all may, if you have met this person, you may have felt like, man, or they may have said this to you like, man, I wish we would have met each other sooner. But everything happens for a reason. My mother says that all the time. Everything happens for a reason, and it's, if you would have met before, it probably wouldn't have the stamina or the longevity to see, to persevere and see it through. Okay? All right, we got Gemini. Gemini. All right. We have, if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind. For the heart is the gateway to the soul. Going back to the High Priestess, Gemini, I say you could have been analyzing this a lot, going back and forth, divining, looking at all the love readings, looking at you might pulling cards for yourself, getting your personals, all that stuff, talking to Chat GTP, do whatever you got to do, right? But the answer dwells in your heart. If you could do anything, what would it be? Let it go. Let go of, sometimes love isn't logical. Even though, yes, you got to be logical and practical, right? We do. But life isn't black and white, it's gray. So if you're thinking about how would this look, how would I be perceived, all this, let that go. What is your heart saying? Okay. All right, air signs. Let me know. Let me know what y'all think about that. Drop I was like, drop me the I'm hearing the blue hearts. I was like, drop me some blue hearts. Alright, we're gonna get into the fire signs next. So that's Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. We're gonna get into I was reading next. Write this down. Okay, fire signs, this is your reading. If you're a Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I forgot to say that in the air signs video, but yep, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We're gonna get into it. What is being revealed about this connection? Take a few deep breaths with me. This is your energy, their energy. All this wax and you all's energy together. Okay, so off the bat, I'm seeing that there is some type of renewal or rekindling of a connection, but first there may have been a separation or just distancing, because you, them, or both of y'all had to like replenish y'all cup. Y'all had to put yourselves first. Okay. You're coming up, fire signs, as the Hierophant in reverse. Very like rebellious, very this connection may be unconventional for you. And it has tested or stretched your views on love and life, and maybe you just never thought that you would be in this predicament, right? The Hierophant has to do with tradition. It does have to do with marriage. um so some of you all, if you could be married, going through a separation. You could be dating someone that is going through a separation, or you are dating while separated. That could be something here. Um, but again, unconventional something here. It's making you feel like a rebel, and maybe even with that, it could be empowering, but there could also be some shame there, or like you trying to make sure that you're still on the straight and narrow. That's what I'm picking up on. Okay. All right. And then your person here, we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. I'm hearing like, I choose you. I choose you. The Eight of Swords upright is like the person is like, feels stuck, trapped in their own mind, trapped in their own thoughts, overthinking, all this stuff. What with it being in reverse, it's like their mind is made up. I choose you. And or maybe they've felt like this situation is sticky. Relationships can be sticky sometimes, and they had to wrap their head around what this connection really is or what it could be. Again, I'm picking up the unconventional, right? Unconventional. But there is love here. There is nurturing energy here, rekindling. If there is, when I with the unconventional here, maybe, with the unconventional, you all may, it can be anything, right? It could go into being like poly, or being a part of the LGBT community. Even though some of those things are being normalized now in society, it's still taboo. It's still something that you may not want to, you may want to keep private, and that's cool. But again, this connection, however many parties are involved, I have to say that, because it seems like there are more, it's more than just you and this said person. All right. um at the end of the day, it's you are choosing each other and going and tending to the connection, giving it love, giving it peace, giving it restoration. I heard like, be my peace, you my peace. So yeah, I'm gonna see if there's anything else here that I'm picking up on from just the tarot alone. I'm like, you all may, coming off of, you may be married, separated, all that stuff. You all may not want to, or your views on marriage and commitment may have changed or shifted. Okay, that's something to think about, or that's something that's being called for you to ponder on. Okay. Yeah, I think that's about it. That's all I'm getting from the cards here. I want to pull from the Lovers Oracle. We're gonna start off with Aries. We're in Aries season. Shout out to all my Aries. Happy birthday. Ooh. So they want to say, like, say if it's not like multiple people involved. What if it's just these two people, and it could be y'all could have been separated. And I said it's a rekindling, right? Um, if there was any doubt like that this person didn't want you there, they do. I think that they were just stuck in other things, had their attention, and but at the end of the day, again, they said, I choose you, with the 8 of Swords here in reverse. So Aries, we have the past is now behind you. Oh, hello, baby. Yes. Willow said, yes, the past is now behind you. Okay, release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. That's the Ace of Cups. That's the Ace of Cups right here. Ace of Cups is new emotional beginnings, especially when it comes to love, self-love, too. Those, like, whatever happened in the past between you all can get through that. Maybe you all maybe agree to go to like some counseling or therapy. This for some people, it doesn't have to be for all. But yeah, I do feel like you all are willing to make it work, both parties involved. Okay. All right. We got Leo. Let's see here. This Leo, Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Okay? With the Hierophant, I did say like rebel energy, and there could be, I did talk about like shame and uh and guilt and things like that. So criticizing could be a part of that. Like the inner critic could live here. So if you're highly critical of yourself, you could be highly critical of your partner and vice versa, right? You all may be butting heads in that sense, and that's probably why there has been like maybe scuffs or disagreements, arguments, things like that. But again, reconciliation is here because if you love and accept each other as you are, the relationship will magically transform. Now, transformation is death in a sense because everything has to, transform, change. And am I seeing it as you all are parting separate ways? Not necessarily. Some people in here, Ace of Cups could be you choosing you. They want me to mention that. But initially, intuitively, I'm picking up on a reconciliation when it comes to the connection here between you all. Okay. All right, and then we're going to get into Sagittarius. Sagittarius, we have close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. So going back to, you all may have had to distance yourselves in order to come back together. And pouring into yourself, Sagittarius, and allowing joy to come into your life is going to help you in this. Because if you're drained, if you're this is it's more so emotional regulation. Working on that emotional regulation, so that way um, you can have more peace and harmony within yourself, and that way you'll have harmonious and peaceful relationships. Okay, I'll read this one more time. It says, close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. You can allow joy into your life despite how things look. Again, unconventional. You deserve this. I'm not saying don't deprive yourself, but and don't shame yourself. Don't criticize yourself. We're kind of flowing into that Leo card with this one right here. But okay. All right, fire signs. That's all I have for you. Make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe. Um, give me an orange heart. That's what I'm seeing, an orange heart emoji. Love it, love it, love it. We're gonna get into, let's see, we got earth signs coming up next. Earth signs. So that's Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Well, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah. Okay, earth signs, this is your reading. If you're a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, we're going to get into what's being revealed about this connection. Okay? Let's see. Spirit ancestors, guys, please give me the clearest messages for the earth signs. How it's good. What do they need to know right now? Uh-oh. This is your energy. Okay. This is their energy. This is you all's energy together. Okay. Okay. So, Earth signs, you're coming up as the Hierophant. This is Earth sign energy because the Hierophant is ruled by Taurus. You're very committed when it comes to this connection. And let me just say, with everything that you do, you're very intentional. You're whatever you do, you have intention backed up with it, and you're very progressive. You're very I would say you have a vision. And when it comes to this connection, you want longevity, you want stability, you want that commitment. Here, you're ready. Okay? If you ask me, I'm ready. If you ask me, I'm ready. All right? When it comes to this person, now, we got the Six of Wands in reverse. The Six of Wands in reverse. What this is telling me is they don't feel like they're enough, or they're able to rise to meet you where you're at least right now. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. If it was Six of Wands upright, this would be like claiming energy, wanting everybody to see. Maybe this person is like very low key. They're very private. They don't like a lot of PDA. They don't like a lot of PDA, and maybe you do, you know. But I feel like with this partner, they're not necessarily all that you necessarily wanted or what you envisioned. I feel like, again, you're very intentional. I'm talking to somebody here that probably wrote down like all the qualities of the person that they want. Like they already worked on manifesting that, right? And nobody's perfect. And you may be noticing that this person may not be all that you initially wrote down, right? Or thought that your partner would be. And again, there might be some insecurities within your partner because they don't feel like they can meet you there. So that could be some tension when it comes to this connection. That's something to be mindful of. You know, with the insecurities or not feeling like they have the capacity or to rise or meet you there. Again, right now, sometimes the partner can turn on you, right? They can, try to make you feel small, or, disempower you in order to make themselves feel more accomplished, or, successful, or all that stuff. I'm not picking that up when it comes to this connection. And the reason why is because we got the Devil card in reverse for you all together. I don't see that this is a connection that could be harmful to you, or, toxic or anything like that. It's very free flowing. I feel like you all are just on two different stages of life. With the Six of Wands in reverse person, it's more so they have to recognize that they're already there. They're already enough. Despite, you don't care about the material, even though you're an earth sign, right? You care about the material, but it's not about that. It's not all about that. It's more about your heart, your character. So it's like, hey, your person may not be in the position that they want to be to really fully be out there and claim you and show you off like they really want to, or feel like they will make you proud being next to them, type thing. When whole time it's like, this is the long game, baby. You know, I know your heart, I know your character, and I know that you're gonna make a way. It's just a matter of time. And I think this is what is here. It's just a matter of time. Be observant. I'm not saying to play the waiting game for this person, but you may be willing to, in a sense. But just observe how they move when it comes to them leveling up. Okay. I want to get a clarifier. I didn't really do this for anybody else. I want to get a clarifier for the Six of Wands in reverse. Temperance. Be patient with me. Okay? Give this person time. They're manifesting. They cooking up stuff too. And I feel like they're getting like inspiration from you. Okay? And with the temperance here, it does, yes, call for patience, moderation. But this also means that they're not perfect. They're not perfect. You're not perfect. No one's perfect. So it's like giving yourself grace, but also giving the connection grace. Again, because there's no like real toxic attachments here. This is definitely more a free flowing connection. Okay, I love that. I love that for you, Earth signs. I really do. We're gonna get into these the Lover's Oracle. All right, this is gonna be for Taurus. Let's see what message you have, Taurus. We have new beginning. We have new beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Okay, a new beginning here. New beginning when it comes to this connection. It says a new adventure. So like you all may be planning something together. It doesn't have to be a trip, but when you think of adventure, I automatically think of a trip, right? Or this could just be a date, or even if, hey, Taurus, this can also be something that you plan solo wise, because again, it's not all about just the connection in general. It's more so, yes, we have the connection, but we also have individuality within the connection. So there could be things brewing up for you because you have a lot going for you. That's why I said in all aspects of life. All aspects of life. I'm hearing this new adventure could be more so like career based. I'm hearing yes. So that's something to look into, or be open to as well, Taurus. All right. All right. This is gonna be Virgo. Virgo. Okay, we got twin flames. Taurus, this could be your twin flame. It says your passion ignites. Okay. You all, when you first met each other, it was probably like this instant spark. You all feel each other very deeply. Now, twin flames, I would say do your research on twin flames, because when people think of twin flames, they think that it's just this glorious connection, and it it can be pretty intense and kind of harsh, and more so leaning towards like the unhealthy side, the toxic side, and also leaning towards, if you're not, or if on the far end of the spectrum, it could also be empath and narcissist. Now, again, what I'm picking up from this reading is that energy is not here for this specific connection. So I do feel like, I don't want to say like twin flame as far as the term, but this is definitely someone that is, I would say, yeah, it's your twin, your treacherous little twin, like somebody that you can, y'all might feel like connected at the hip, like ever since the first meetup, the first link, the first date, y'all just been together, and it's kind of like you already know what this is. Like y'all probably didn't even have to have like a really deep conversation on what y'all doing. It's just kind of flowed. I love that for you. All right, and then we got Capricorn. Capricorny. Let's see. Oh, they said take it. Yes. It says, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. I love that. I love that. Don't shame yourself on any decisions that you're making when it comes to this connection, Capricorn. You can be very hard on yourself, so it's like, give yourself grace, and give your partner grace, or whoever this is. In the choices you make, it's deepening again your understanding of life and love. It's not good karma versus bad karma type thing. It's more so you're here to experience, and this connection is helping you learn to be in a connection, and be free in a connection, not necessarily confined or trapped, or even though we say we locked in, but you're not tied down. You get what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down? Y'all got me. Y'all got me. I love it. All right, Earth signs. That's all I have for you all. Well, make sure y'all comment. Make sure y'all subscribe. Drop me a green heart. Give me a green heart. All right. All right. Last but not least, we got the water signs. We got the Wata. So that's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Okay. All right, water signs. This is for you, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We're going to get into what is being revealed about this connection. All right, take a few deep breaths with me. Spirit ancestors, guys, please give me the clearest messages for the water signs. Highest good. What do they need to know right now in this very moment? This is your energy. This is your person's energy. This is the connection together. Okay. All right. So, water signs. Ooh, I'm fumbling the cards. Water signs, you're coming up as the moon. As the moon. I expect nothing less. This is Cancer and Pisces energy. All right. You're very nurturing. You're very caring. You're very alluring. Right? We know this. We know this, water signs, right? Very magnetic, very attractive, very I feel like you've called in this love. You've called and you've manifested this. Okay? When it comes to your person, we got the Queen of Swords in reverse. And they can be, like, what I'm picking up on this is they can be a little sarcastic. They might have a dry sense of humor. They can maybe a little feisty, witty, of course, but, sometimes it can go a little too far. And for a highly sensitive being as yourself, water sign, you read in between the lines. You're picking up on that subtle energy. You may even absorb their feelings that they're trying to suppress. Okay, so that's something that can cause tension in the connection. Now, we got the Page of Wands in reverse with you all together. This can cause a lot of bickering, unnecessary bickering and arguments and pettiness. That's what I'm picking up on when it comes to the Page of Wands in reverse. And to combat this, honestly, it's going to be up to you, water signs, to detach, to not let some of the things that this person is saying get to you, or know that even though they say words don't hurt, words can't hurt, I think you still, yes, express yourself, set your boundaries. Let's keep that clear. Set your boundaries, right? However, there there might be some things that trigger you, and this person may not know, because it's just a personality, right? Especially if it's not manipulative or condescending, or if that's different, right? But of course, yes, voice your opinion, but when they get into that funk, when they get into that mode, and you like, okay, I'm just not going, I'm gonna let you have your little pity party over here. I'm gonna let you go ahead and do that, but I'm not about to take on this energy. Detach, let them do them, let them go regulate, and and come back, right? Or this could be more of a avoidant type. Yeah, I'm picking up like more avoidant type. And you're very vocal. You're very vocal. So another way to combat that could be to not be the one always initiating, not being the one to always try to bridge the gap. Okay, this person may like to use silent treatment or use distance, shut down when they're triggered. And who's coming in to soothe things over? Water signs. Doesn't, yeah, that pattern needs to break. This could be a loop that you all are in, and this is unhealthy. This is unhealthy. Um, Again, in order to bring this into balance, you have to do some level of detachment. And I would say you even reevaluate if this is something that you really want. Because some people, again, it depends on the person. This Queen of Swords in reverse. Dry humor, sarcasm, okay, cool. Condescending, saying these slick remarks to try to get under your skin. That's different. That's different. And that's something that needs to be evaluated to see if this is a relationship that you, or a connection that you still want to continue. Okay. First, I'm going to pull from this deck. just to get a little extra. Let's see here. It's this one. We got, y'all, we got the Grim Reaper. Alright, we got the Grim Reaper, and at the base of the deck, we got the karmic relationship. Okay, so it says the relationship is over, no second chances, grow and transform your life. So from that standpoint of if this person's remarks and how they're treating you in this connection, it's something that needs to be severed, something that needs to be cut out. Okay, and then the karmic relationship, I'll take that one too. It says fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go, and loving you. Okay, that's something that needs to happen here. Okay. Yes. Okay, that's a little extra for you water signs. But so we're gonna get into the Lovers Oracle. We're gonna do for Pisces. See Pisces, what messages come up for you? Ooh, okay. It says, imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. Okay, so all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light. So these triggers that's coming up due to this connection, again, a lot of things can be stirred up, but it's calling you to heal, to further heal. Again, it depends on how this person is showing up. All right. Some of y'all need to cut it off completely, right? Other of y'all need to detach and let the person be them, and just go about y'all way. I'm not. This could be romantic, but this could also be like friendship, or even like mother and child dynamic. Okay. Let's see. Cancer. Okay, well look, we got romance. This is about romance for you, Cancer. They said, yeah, Cupid arrow strikes. All right, so Cancer, in regards to this here, this could be a romantic relationship. This could be a pattern that you all go through, or you tend to find yourself in these type of predicaments with people. And I would say this is something to look into, like, why do you accept or tolerate some of these connections? Yeah. Why do you tolerate some of them? Or are you able to, we can't control anybody but ourselves. So it's just like, are you able to advocate for yourself, speak up on your boundaries, stand firm in your boundaries, not let someone play with you, but then also detach enough to be like, you're not going to get me out of character. I'm hearing, if loving you was wrong, I don't want to be right. Okay. Okay. If loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. Some of y'all want to stay in this connection. And it's no No shade, no malice here. The the main thing here, if you stay, you have to be willing to detach and just accept that this person is the way that they are, and you need to not let it affect you as much. Just point blank period. Okay? And then we got Scorpio. Let's get into Scorpio. All right. We got, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. So this isn't like a, if some of y'all are going to choose to stay, some of y'all are going to choose to go. And there's no right or wrong, because it says every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. Maybe there's still some more lessons here to learn. Maybe there's, you know, room for y'all to grow and get out of this funk. Maybe you should leave and get back to you, get back to your peace. That's something to examine, to sit with, to get a personal for, if you actually really, want to dive deeper into that. Okay? So that's all I have for y'all, water signs. I hope that y'all enjoyed. Give me a purple heart. Give me a purple heart. All right. All righty. Ooh, I don't think I have. Okay, I got a deck to close us out with, like a collective type of message. Let me know y'all thoughts. I know I haven't really been looking at the chat. Thank y'all for the likes. Appreciate y'all. Let me write down this collective. And I'll change the timestamps on here. Now, for the collective message, I want to do Whispers of the Ocean. And then I got to hop off of here because I got to teach Booty Bird in a moment. Teach my fitness class. All right. I was like, I really do need to come on here and just do like the personals, because I see some of y'all asking questions, and we can get into that. That's gonna be coming up, especially now that I got my setup back with this way. I can be more open and coming on here, or just just popping up and just doing personals. This is the collective message. Aww. Aww. Number 4, life is better together. Aww. It says seek assistance from your community. Connect with family, friends, or others who will support you. It can be as simple as making a phone call. This is knowing that you're never really alone. Never really alone. I know the connections that we talked about, I did read them more as love messages. So, hold on, let me make sure I put the timestamp on there. Good. I did read these more as love messages. That's what came out. But they're also saying there's more to life than just romance. This is bringing us back to that. It's like you have more connections to tap into. Don't neglect your other relationships. Okay, especially the one with yourself too, first and foremost. But then also reach out, and check on people, check on folks. It's rough out here. Um, if you're going through some things, we are all one. We are all going through similar things, just different storylines. So don't hold grudges. Um, you may want to tap into, and I know my Ia and also one of my spiritual sisters was talking about this in our sister circle this week, talking about the Ho'oponopono prayer. It's a Hawaiian prayer that helps with like forgiveness, and it also can be like cord cutting as well, and it can be thank you, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, or I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And you may want to repeat those, in your solitude, especially when it comes to the connections that we talked about over this session, where there could be some disagreements and conflict and all that stuff. That's just interpersonal relationships in general. Um, Maybe incorporating the Ho'oponopono prayer, or just focusing on your heart chakra to have forgiveness and compassion for yourself and with the parties involved, and to help you to detachment, not to take things so personal. You know, sometimes we get forced into isolation and we get comfortable there because if to live is to have trauma. Let's be honest. To live is to have trauma or tough experiences. And sometimes we we get experiences can force us into solitude, and we get so comfortable there that we don't know how to interact with others. So, I'm bringing this up to say that if you're in that space, um, be gentle with yourself, but also lean in a little bit more to connections, because we do need each other. We need community. We need we need family, whether that is, family by blood or soul family, right? The family that you choose, your friends, right? Lovers. Life is better together. So work on that heart space. Open up that heart chakra. Um, yeah, really focus on forgiveness and compassion during this time, and it'll be helpful. Okay? Okay, y'all. Okay. That's all she wrote. That's all she wrote. I hope that y'all enjoyed. All right. Happy Libra full moon. And yeah, make sure y'all subscribe. I do get ready with me's. I did a get ready with me this morning, didn't I? I took down my perma set. And I didn't talk a lot about the energies today because I was really focused. But I pull cards and talk about energy on there. You can catch me on here doing readings and other sessions and things like that. So, yeah, if you want a personal reading, you can definitely check out my website, msbotanica.com, and we can go from there. All right. Well, I'm sending y'all so much love, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. See ya.